So my video showcasing the full demo of Big Boy Boxing got a lot of people talking, some in favor of what it offers and some who are skeptical. This video will be taking a critical look at the demo of Big Boy Boxing and seeing if the praise and criticisms are valid. Though a quick disclaimer before we get into it, this game is still in development and does not have a set release date as of the making of this video. The praise and criticism shown in this video are of the demo specifically and may not necessarily apply when the final product releases. If you enjoy these sorts of videos, consider liking and subscribing. Your support helps this channel immensely. We will start off with some of the good parts of the demo. I personally like the art style. It's got some vibrant colors, though one person did point out that it appears that almost all of the characters shown in the demo are blondes. This may just be the characters shown in the demo, or in an even more wild scenario the characters are somehow related to each other, but that's unlikely. The mechanics of the game are a lot similar to a certain other game I would play on this channel, though I would note that the punching does seem slower in this game compared to other games like Punch-Out or Electioneer Knockout. Like, you can stand off to the side for at least 5 seconds in the game, which you can dodge a lot of quicker attacks without having to repeatedly dodge. Another interesting thing is the big boy punches, as I think this game calls them, do not go away when you are hit. In other games with this sort of structure, if you are hit for whatever reason, you end up losing any power punches you have stored up. If this feature remains, it might help make the game a little easier for newcomers to these types of games, since players wouldn't need to worry about losing those power punches. Though I can also understand how it may hinder any challenge aspect this game has. Speaking of challenge, this game also does come with its set of completable challenges for each fighter. It's pretty standard to have these sorts of individual challenges in games like these, so I can't complain here. Now, with most of the good parts out of the way, let's talk about the not so good parts, starting off with the overall difficulty of the game. Now, I know this game is a demo, and these fights are very likely subject to change, so take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. The fights at face value are not that difficult, and I think the only thing that really makes them difficult are the 3 hearts that act as lives that you get. I think if you take the hearts out and replace them with standard health bar with knockdowns allowed, I think the game would be a lot easier. Right now, most of the fights are not that long, even if you are not using any power punches. If we take a look at the times I got from the playthrough of the demo, the average fight lasts about 33 seconds, though there are 2 opponents who regenerate health, making those fights last a little bit longer. Although other games like Punch-Out Wii and Electioneer Knockout have timers that run a bit faster than real time, if we took a real-time analysis of these fights across the 3 games, Punch-Out and Electioneer Knockout would have fights nowhere near as fast as the current fights in the Big Boy Boxing demo. This could very well be remedied if the player and the opponent had the ability to get back up from being knocked down. Some fights are also easy in the sense that you can continually land hits on opponents without them blocking or trying to dodge your attacks. This is especially true for fights such as Freezy Boy and Adult Men. Now, I understand that Freezy Boy's fight is supposed to be really easy since it's the first fight in the game, but Adult Men, you can literally throw punches right from when the fight starts to when the kids fall out. And aside from the 2 kids trying to hit you, this fight, like Freezy Boy's fight, you can literally beat by just continually hitting them with no power punches needed. I hope some of the fights later on get longer to beat, since right now each fight can end in like 15 seconds if you know what you're doing. With most of the other related games I've seen, opponents and the player are at least given the opportunity to get up and try again. But like I said, these are only a few fights in the initial game, so we will just have to wait to see what other fights they have planned to add to this game. The fights could get increasingly more difficult if they do decide to add more complicated mechanics, and right now I think the most difficult aspects are some of the challenges that the fights come with. Anyways, that's all from me. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. If you have any additional thoughts you would like to add onto this topic, be sure to leave them in the comments. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.